I wanted to bring this article up first because of the fact that it is outdated. This article is 8 years old, December 3rd, 2017, right? You'll see why that's relevant here in a second. Just keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, this is the picture they got rid of so that you couldn't search by image. At least I think that's why they got rid of it. I'm pretty sure you could search by image in 2017, but they got rid of the image because it was being shared around so much at that time. This was going to be from Kotaku. It might be time to rethink difficulty menus. This is the difficulty menu from Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, and a callback to the original games, which also showed up in the new order. The menu's telling you only babies play the game on easy. I mean, like, they're only upset because they don't understand that it's literal. They would know that if they knew anything about games history. It's literal. Easy is literally for babies. Like, it's for small children. But some people don't see mockery as encouragement, and so they're very thin-skinned. So that's why we write multi-page articles about how fucking difficulty menus hurt our fifis. It's funny on the surface, but also an insidious kind of peer pressure. I mean, not really. You don't have to listen to anyone tell you that you should be playing a game on anything other than easy. You just kind of have to own it. See, here's the thing though. People want to be able to pussy out, but not be told they're pussying out. That's not how the fuck it works. Just own it. Just say you play games on easy. It's fine. Your experience is not my experience. That being said, there's another side to that coin that I'm also going to be talking about tonight. Don't listen to it. I wish you would have taken your own fucking advice instead of writing this article. Was it worth it? Ah, yes, the suggested reading. Could we be about to enter a skippable boss fight utopia? At first, I did, which is why I spent half of Wolfenstein 2 completely miserable. What? You know, there's normal difficulty. You don't have to play hard. You don't have to play very hard. You could just play normal, and it'd be fine. Again, I want to point this out. Some people play harder difficulties because the average gaming experience is too easy for them because they're too good at adapting to games framework. That's a select few people. Some people play hard and very hard in those extreme modes because they've gotten way too good at normal. Sometimes it's not always about you. I spent hours dying to Nazis hidden in the far corners of my TV screen or down by ones who I'd previously unloaded on, but apparently didn't register the kill shot. In the middle of these frenzied game over fests, I wanted to throw my PS4 out the window. Then I inevitably get to a cutscene or a new location like Roswell and instantly be transfixed again. I mean, that's kind of the point. So you survived the fucking beatdown and you were rewarded with a euphoric sense of discovery and you wanted to play more. That's kind of the point. Why are you upset at this? Like, so many of these articles that we read are like, this is a huge problem. I had a good time and I don't like it. We eventually get to this part here where it's like, I felt good about it. But finally I decided enough was enough. Swallowed my pride and set the difficulty all the way down to can I play daddy? And you know what? It felt great. I'm happy for you. Everything immediately seemed to click into place. I was able to run and gun like the game obviously wanted me to and feel like BJ was the one-man killing machine everyone kept saying he was. It also made the game's two dueling personas feel less at odds with one another. Instead of 90s arcade-style shooting galleries punctuated by a diverse cast of grown-ups debating how best to resist their new fascist overlords, it felt like a historical fever dream about American political ideals and white supremacy wrapped up in the charisma of a tightly wound action movie. When Wolfenstein rebooted the first time in the early 90s, it came out of the same mold as Doom, a first-person splatterfest where the drama of dispatching enemies in concise and economical maneuvers superseded the premise or plot. By design, that's less the case in Wolfenstein 2, in case you missed the marketing. The game wants to be more than just another adolescent adrenaline fest. Adolescents, they say, even though grown-ups make video games. Part of the allure of Wolfenstein 2 and what helped it stand out to everyone who wasn't already a fan of the series and didn't pay its 2014 predecessor much attention are its characters and setting. Roswell, New Orleans, and even BJ's farmhouse where he grew up are beautiful places to explore. Hundreds of collectibles scattered throughout the game's levels offer interesting backstory and insight into the events going on outside the player's immediate purview. Strolling through the game's home base, an old German U-boat, and hearing what the varied cast of broken but hopeful revolutionaries has to say is even more interesting than a lot of the game's set pieces. The story itself begins with the loss of a close friend, and the body count only grows from there. At its most subversive, the game suggests Nazism isn't a cult of foreign invaders, but a homegrown ideology cultivated over a century. BJ isn't just there to blow away bad dudes. He's fighting for a future his unborn children don't have to resent living in, and to shed the phantoms of his brutal, patriarchal upbringing. Goading players by renewing the shorthand of BJ with a a binky in his mouth feels like an especially odd carryover in that context. What a pussy, bro. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. They put BJ Blazkowicz in a baby bonnet. Get over it. Holy shit. Remember this the next time they say, why do you care so much? It doesn't matter, bro. Why are you so triggered, bro? 5 million page articles about, can I play daddy? I'm too young to die. The game insults me as I select its easy difficulty. I can't stand for this. Fucking stupid, bro. This land was made for you and me. Fuck your racist domestic abuser of a father, but also don't be a wuss. I mean, yeah, also don't be a wuss. BJ Blazkowicz isn't a wuss. How is this a conflicting message, actually? You just spelled it out completely. Don't be a wuss tracks perfectly well with fighting for your country. I just want to put that out there. It's that kind of guilt that racked me early on. I spent a lot of time playing games. What's the point if I can't hack it at the more masochism end of the difficulty ladder? I mean, have you tried getting good? There's too many games guides for this mindset, man. Like, the gaming community will actively help you surmount the challenge. They'll even help you cheese. I just don't get it. I was also plagued with the anxiety over whether the Wolfenstein 2 I experienced would be the real one or not. I mean, that's a you problem again. Like so many of these articles deal with the peer pressure and anxiety of it all. You paid money for the game. Play the game the way you want to play it. Just don't try to enter a discussion talking about playing the best and being the best at the game and acting like beating it on easy is the same. That's all motherfuckers are asking you to do. That's it. That's not even a story-based discussion either. Like, whatever. Despite the number of times people pay lip service to there's no right way to play, how difficulty options are crafted and displayed often tells a different story. Or you're just being trolled, but we could pick this argument apart a little bit. There's no right way to play means that you can play the game on any difficulty you want within the comfort of your own home. However, you're not entitled to not be judged by other people when you do it. And you don't have the right to not be offended if the game taunts you for playing on easy or if people mock you for playing on easy. This is where having tough skin comes in. Like, if you play games on easy, who cares? And if you keep it to yourself, who the fuck is gonna give you shit for? Who's gonna ridicule you? Nobody. Or you could just be open about it and be like, I play games on easy because I just don't feel like putting in that much effort to beat a game. I just play it for the story. Fine. This shit becomes a problem when you start trying to get the culture to mold to your sensibilities. You're not just fitting in your corner of the space. You're trying to tell everyone else who cares about merit and skill that they're wrong for doing so. That's where the fucking problem comes in. You want it to seem like you beating it on easy is the same as somebody beating the shit on Ultra Nightmare. And that's just not the fucking case. That's where the problem comes in. This shit has transcended just wanting to play on easy and be left alone. Sticking a bonnet on BJ and infantilizing the player by analogy isn't exactly an invitation to explore playing Wolfenstein 2 differently. I mean, it's not an invitation to play it on easy. But here's the thing though. If you're somebody who's triggered by something as small as that, you're worse than the target audience for that difficulty. Like, they have more balls than you. Somebody who can read that, laugh at it, and play it anyway has more balls than you. Either play it anyway, play a different difficulty, or play a fucking different game. Like, those are your options. If it offends you that much, why play the game anyway? Like, if it offends you to the point of reconsidering the invitation to play the game, why play it at all? Even just calling one difficulty setting normal implies the others are deviant. I mean, yes, dumbass. So does calling it hard, very hard, extreme, or whatever the fuck. But only one group out of all of those is complaining. The people who like playing on easy. And not even all the people that like playing on easy. Just the game journalists and activists. That's it. Those are the only people fucking complaining. The reason it's called normal is because it's a mode that has been geared toward the masses. The average adult or teenage person with normal cognitive ability. I mean, it's not like it's calling you a freak, even though freak difficulty would be funny as shit. I beat the game on freak difficulty. Yo, somebody needs to put that in their game. Freak difficulty. Abomination difficulty. When you're fighting to liberate the country from people who believe in eugenics in a game that celebrates difference and diversity, moralizing the difficulty around the struggle, easy equals lazy / bad, hard equals virtuous / good. Nobody fucking says this. Nobody fucking says this. That said, if it went any length, it would only get as far as merit and effort. No one is out here saying you're a bad person for playing on easy mode. Like, this is a fucking straw man and a half, bro. Are you kidding? I'm righteous and just because I play games on hard. Like, shut the fuck up. If I ever caught anyone doing that shit, unironically, I would flame the shit out of them. Are you kidding me? Like, it feels archaic. No, it doesn't, bro. You just don't understand the culture. And that's fine. That's fine. In a broader sense, the way difficulty has come to define various people's preferred playstyles feels counterproductive. Why is that? This is not the first time we've heard this rhetoric. This shit is from 2017. It's still relevant. Wanting to accomplish difficult tasks is counterproductive. It is the exact same set of skills as doing anything difficult in real fucking life. It's the same shit. The same cognitive processes are involved. What are you talking about? Oh man. Lord. There should be more ways to slice a game than just damage sliders. And there it is. In Wolfenstein 2, difficulty affects how quickly things die, including you. Sometimes it also changes how many enemies there are and where they're placed. Story beats and how environments are constructed remain the same though, rather than other different modes that emphasize different ways of playing the game, like focusing on stealth or limited combat exploration. The settings are just a knob waiting to be cranked up to 11. Assassin's Creed Origins' combat-free setting, on the other hand, takes a more imaginative approach to what difficulty settings could be. So accessibility was already going beyond your standard fare settings for the disabled back then. This is an able-bodied motherfucker writing this article talking about how the combat-free setting in Assassin's Creed is imaginative. Assassin's Creed with no combat. Why the fuck would you buy and play the game? Rather than a binary scale based on loaded terms like easy and hard. Easy and hard are loaded terms, dude. What does that even fucking mean? It suggests creating modes based around what particular players want to do in the game. And how is that a bad thing? Like, some will want to fight, loot, and take on the game's most challenging combat scenarios. Assassin is in the title after all. No shit. Others, though, will no doubt be more interested in exploring the game's beautiful looking world and the stories taking place there free from other concerns. And this is exactly why I make it a point to emphasize video games are not art. They're not movies. Video games are toys. Video games are meant to be played. That is the one thing separating this medium of entertainment from pretty much all the other ones. Not just video games, games period, including board games like chess. The thing that separates those from everything else is the interactivity. You would never ask for this stupid shit for chess, or Clue, or fucking Candyland, or Monopoly, or whatever the fuck. Uno, fucking Solitaire, none of them. We understand those things are intrinsically interactive. Why the fuck are they trying to remove that from video games? It's ridiculous. 2017. So this shit goes back further than I was paying attention to in the beginning, because there were still enough games out in 2017 where I didn't have to worry about this shit, I think. God damn, bro. The game designer behind Gritfish, John Kane, recently offered some examples of other ways to do game difficulties. I'm here for the story. I'm here for the challenge. I'm here for a second and harder playthrough. I'm here to take photos. Why are you buying video games to take photos? I want to play with the settings and I'm okay if that breaks things. This is stupid. This completely misses the entire point of a video game. As more AAA games focus on open world design, the idea of needing to earn the exploration parts by completing familiar repetitive tasks like go kill some dude or collect a bunch of random stuff feels almost criminal. You don't sound like a person that likes video games at all. You sound like someone who likes tasks. Meaningless fucking tasks. People spend years of their lives creating different parts of a game that most people, even the ones who buy it, will probably never see, especially if it's toward the end. Oh no, that's just you. Saying the quiet part out loud, that's just you. The vast majority of people I know, when they buy a game, they beat the motherfucker. They see everything. What do you mean? Parts of the game that most people, even the ones who buy it, will probably never see, especially if it's toward the end. Pretty much everyone I know who buys games, they beat them. They get to the end. This is most of the games journalists and flaky fucking normies who get into gaming quotation marks, who don't beat their fucking games. They spend $70 to not beat the game. Being beholden to game modes tied strictly to difficulty settings just puts up more barriers. What does this mean? Just play easy mode, bro. But it's like I said, playing easy mode is not enough. They want to feel comfortable being a pussy. That's basically what the fuck it is. For the record, I'm saying that tongue in cheek, because who the fuck really cares if you play on easy mode? No one. That's not saying you're not gonna get made fun of or clowned, but that doesn't mean motherfuckers are thinking about you playing easy mode 24/7. Get over that shit. Like, just play the game on easy mode. Do you not understand the point of a stepping stool? Like, are you gonna play easy your entire life, bro? Like, you don't like a game enough to where I wanna see what else this game can can do. Nah, we're just gonna stay on easy. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even sound like the type of person games would attract. I'm being serious. Even if you're somebody who starts out on easy mode, right? If you're the type of person gaming attracts, you're probably gonna want to play other difficulty modes just for the fuck of it. Because at some point you're gonna realize, oh shit, dying doesn't really mean shit. I can just pick the controller back up and keep playing. Oh, I'm too mad at the game right now. Let me turn it off and try to play it again tomorrow, right? It doesn't mean shit. But nah, let's just write a fucking article about how it hurts my feelings. We've seen games try thinking outside this box in the past. Mass Effect 3 offered a narrative first mode that streamlined combat and exploration to let players focus on dialogue trees and character relationships. That sounds boring as fuck. Who the fuck buys Mass Effect exclusively for the fucking dialogue trees and character relationships? That sounds like The Sims. That sounds like The Sims with extra steps, bro. Like, what the fuck? Deus Ex Mankind Divided did something similar. While the difficulty options didn't dramatically change that game, they were geared toward what the player was after. Story, the old school Deus Ex feel, etc. Rather than a hierarchy of perceived gameplay purity. That is not what difficulty settings are. That's how you feel. This is purely how you feel. If you really want to stretch this strawman hierarchy of perceived gameplay purity, yes, it can be seen that easy, medium, hard, etc. can be looked at as a barometer for skill level. It can, but that's as far as it goes. Like, what do you mean hierarchy? Do you mean like somebody is better at the game than you? Like, well, there's no getting around that shit. Even in this easy ass trash you keep trying to make standard across gaming, there's gonna be someone better than you at it. You'll never escape it. The only thing you're gonna do is water down the experience and make everything a formless gray blob, and you'll still suck ass because somebody will be grayer and blobbier than you. Hierarchy of perceived gameplay purity. It might seem like a radical rethinking of how games treat players, but these kinds of quality of life tweaks have been happening for years. Breath of Fire on the SNES lets you buy items to manipulate the enemy encounter rate, while modern JRPGs like Bravely Default let you do that on the fly for free. Why? That sounds like you're watering down the experience. Now there's no fucking item economy. Now there's no currency economy. You don't have to plan your trips into the tall grass anymore. And I know I related that to Pokemon, but Pokemon has the exact same mechanic with repel spray. Like, you're taking the need for cognitive function out of games now. Damn, I don't have enough money for repels. What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Fuck problem solving. Let's just have everything given to us on a silver fucking platter. Even things like adding options to skip dialogue or entire cutscenes are a concession that not everyone playing a game is after the same thing. And, of course, they're not after the same thing, but generally speaking, everyone is after the same thing. Like, if you go to a specific game franchise, especially one that's long-standing, you're looking for a particular type of experience, are you not? So what exactly do you mean skipping dialogue or cutscenes are a concession that not everyone playing a game is after the same thing? Like, what do you mean by that? You have to define this fucking phrase here. You know what else is a concession that everyone's not looking after the same thing? The fact that there's different difficulty modes. Just play the fucking easy mode. Just play it. Jesus. Kane's suggested category of a mode specific to second playthroughs is a good reminder that not even the same person wants the same thing from a game depending on how much time they've already spent with it. Well, yeah, because you've experienced everything the game has to offer and it gets boring. Who hasn't wished they could skip the tedious do-overs in a game and go right to the branching storyline they missed the first or second time through? No one, especially if it's a fucking RPG. There's loads of ways to make your experience fresh in a game that's made for second, third, fourth playthroughs. Try a different build, pick a different character. Outside of picking different dialogue options, take a different path, use a different weapon. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, that's the end of that article.